Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command and General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been letting the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians know who they are, giving them back their true identity, that they are the true Israelites according to the Bible, that we are the Jews, understand? And this is the Long Island class at ISUPK, and today we're going to go on the topic of Esau kept his word. We just got over, we just finished the series of Esau, the deceiver, who is Esau, and the deceiver is the devil. So whenever you hear the ISUPK, the men of the ISUPK, the men of the Lord, under command and general Yohana, sanctioned by the Lord, whenever you hear us say that the white man is the devil, the European is the devil, the oppressor is the devil, Esau is the devil, we're saying he's the deceiver. Understand? And we just got over what it means to be a deceiver, what he done, what he has done, and how he's proven to us, the reader, the angels, and the Most High God. And the reason why the Most High God hates Esau, you understand? This is why the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13, one of the many reasons why it says, for Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Esau is a devil, he's a liar. You understand? His history on this world, on this earth, has proven him to be so. How many treaties did he renege with the Native Americans, our Gadite and Reubenite brothers here in North America? I believe it's over 170, maybe 180 treaties he broken that he signed, telling them that we won't push you back, we won't take your land, but you have taken their land. Now, if you look at the map of America, if you look at the map of North America, there's little freckles where you see our Native American people all with the reservations. This land in North America belongs to the Gadite people and the Reubenite people. But because he's a devil, he lied. He lies, you understand? And we're going to get a little quick recap of how he's a deceiver, how he's a devil, and how he kept his word. And when you read these scriptures, you understand who Esau is and what he is, and he's keeping his word today in 2013, in 2022, 2022. And as a black and Hispanic and Native American man, we have to get back to the Most High God so we get our identity back and know who everybody else is on the planet, you understand? And we get to realize who this oppressor, who this pale man is. And he is the devil, and he is a beast on the planet. He's a walking cancer. I'm saying the scriptures say not to be around this man, not to take up his customs, his holidays, all his ways. But being that we was enslaved, being that we was in captivity, because we turned against the Most High God, and the Most High God allowed this man to enslave us. And during him enslaving us, he's treating us inhumane. He was supposed to let us go, but he didn't. His hatred was too strong, and we're going to get to that. And by recapping, you'll see where the hatred come from, and you'll see how he's keeping his word on killing us, on trying to eradicate us. But you can't get rid of the God, get rid of the Most High God's chosen people. It's not going to happen. We are God's chosen people for a reason. His love is for us, and His salvation is only for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians for Israel. So we're going to recap by going to the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 34. And it reads, And Esau heard the words of his father, and he cried a great exceedingly cry, bitter cry. This is when Esau overheard the blessings that was given to Jacob. Now, some Christians will say he stole the blessings. He lied. He tricked his father. It does not matter. It doesn't matter what the Christian says. It doesn't matter what Isaac thought. It doesn't matter how Isaac took it. It doesn't matter with Esau, especially Esau. It matters what Rebecca knows, because Rebecca was told by the Most High God, by a messenger, by an angel, that I have chosen the youngest one, for him to be strong, and for the oldest to serve him, for the promise, you know what I'm saying, to inherit the kingdom of heaven. It's going to go to Jacob and not Esau. You understand? That's all that matters. And Rebecca knew the order. Rebecca knew how the script was supposed to be, and she carried it out. So we're going to keep reading. We'll start again. It's lucky to read. And said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. Verse 35. And he said, Thy brother came and subtitly, and have taken away thy blessing. You see right here, here's where the lie is. He went to Isaac, his father, and said, he said, my younger brother Jacob has taken away my blessing. And that is a lie. This is why we call the white man the devil. This is why the white man is a deceiver, because he lied. Because if we go back, just a few chapters, Salakia, where are we at? If we go back to chapter 25, right here, chapter 25, verse 33, and it reads, "And Jacob said, Swear unto me this day. And he said, Swore unto me, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob." Verse 34, of Salakia. Verse 32, let's go start at verse 32. And it says, Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? So Esau didn't care. Esau didn't care. Esau was so hungry, was so weak to be a man of the field, was so weak to be a great hunter that he couldn't take a few stomach cramps. He couldn't take his stomach bubbling. So he sold his birthright. He see no profit. He see no value in it. So we'll start off again at verse 33. And Jacob said, Swear to me this day, swear to me, promise me, keep your word to me this day. And he swore unto him, which means Jacob and Slaki, which means Esau. Esau swore. He swore that day, made a pact, made a treaty, an agreement. You understand? This is what Esau does. You know what I'm saying? He says one thing, it means the other. He does one thing, it really does something, because he's a devil. He's a deceiver. He's a liar. You understand? And he said, Slaki, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Verse 34. And Jacob gave Esau bread and polished a lid tile. And he did eat and drink, and this is raw food, by the way. This is unseasoned, rare to medium rare steak. Just giving a comparison. It wasn't a steak, but this is his nature. This is the oppressor's nature. This is Europeans' nature. They love raw food. They eat raw food. They'll fish a shark, fillet it, and just eat it raw. No season, and they tell you it's good. This is not blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We season our food. You understand? We are people of we are two totally different people of mannerisms. You understand? We have the know-how, we have get right, we know better. Because the Most High God has bestowed all that upon us, upon Jacob, the father of blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and not Esau, who was the father of the Germans, the Australians, the Austrians. That country's still there. Hungary, I don't think Hungary's there no more, but whatever. You get the picture. Esau is a deceiver, and he's not the same mannerism, does not have the same mannerism as us. And we're going to keep reading. You see how much of a lie he is. He ate and drank and rose up and went his way. And thus Esau despised his birthright. So the birthright he's crying for. The birthright he's crying for in verse 27, verse 30, Salakia. Verse 36. You understand? No, not verse 36, Salakia. Verse 34. The one he said he despised, the birthright he said he despised that would not profit him, he's crying for it back. So he's a liar. He has a forked tongue. That's what the Gadite brothers and Reubenite brothers said here in North America. This man has a forked tongue. He says one thing and does another. You understand? You cannot trust him. You cannot trust this bastard. And we're going to keep reading to recap of who he really is and how he's kept his word. And we're going to understand what the word is he kept. We're going to read. Let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 36. And he said, This is not the rightly named Slakia. And he said, verse 36. And he said, Is not the rightly named Jacob? But ye have supplanted me these 2 times, and taken away my birthright. And behold, now he have taken away my blessings. And he said, Hast thou not received a blessing from me? And this is Jacob still rambling. This is the oppressor. He doesn't like to lose. You understand? Especially when he lied, when he manipulated the circumstances. He does not like to lose, even if he got beat in his own game. This is how he is. You understand? He hates to lose. You can see Donald Trump. This is a clear example. Look at Donald Trump. Lost the presidential election. One of the cheaters way back came out with all type of bullcrap saying it was rigged, the numbers wasn't count, it doesn't. This is how he is. This is how the European man is. He is a sore loser. You understand? If it doesn't go his way, he wants to blow everything up. And this is World War III is coming, which is prophesized. You understand? This is his nature. If he can't have it, no one can. You understand? I'm paraphrase. I think it was Napoleon. I'm not sure if it was the Russian or Napoleon, where I think it was either World War One or World War Two. I think it was World War One, where they were losing. I'm not sure what side they were losing. So in realizing the fact they were losing, they burned everything they had down because, again, this is how Esau is. If I can't have it, neither should you. And this is how he is. He's a sore loser. He's a baby. The scriptures can compare these people as the children, and that's what they are. Their demeanor is that of a pouty child. And these are the people that are on top of the world. You understand? But let's keep reading. It's like they rule the world. Same thing. Let's keep reading. Verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. You understand? This is the blessings of Jacob. The world's gonna bow to Black, Hispanics, Native American Indians. When our King Yahushua Mashiach comes back down to earth and cracks that sky with 200 million angels and chariots and deliver his people and put his people back on top of the planet. I was like, back on top of the earth, be number one, the ruling class of the planet. All these other nations are gonna kneel. They're gonna kneel. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna serve us. They're gonna build the kingdom of heaven. It's in the scriptures, in this King James Version Bible. You know what I'm saying? The only Bible that's been translated correctly. Understand? This is what Isaac is saying. That Jacob has the blessing, because the blessings was supposed to go to Jacob. The blessings was supposed to go to the progenitor of all Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, children of Israel, the Prince of Power. You understand? This is our blessing. We are going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, and Isaac, not Slakia, Esau wasn't meant for that. The Most High God knew how disrespectful, how prideful, how arrogant he is. And this is why he hates him. This is why the messenger came and said, the youngest one, again, the youngest one is going to be chosen. I choose the youngest one, and the elder is going to serve him. And that's exactly what's going to happen when we inherit the kingdom of heaven. The oppressor, the Donald Trumps, the Bill Gates, all of them. You know, all of them that rule this world right now, that are in charge, they are going to get one knee and bow. They are going to change. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say their reward is going to be double for what they have done to us. The yokes of iron will be around their neck, and they're going to paint they're going to lay down the golden road at the gates of heaven. They're going to bring the precious the stones, the diamonds, the jades, the emerald, the onyx. Understand? They're going to bring all that, and they're going to build our kingdom. All these heathens, especially Esau, he's going to be the number one commodity. He's going to be the number one slave. Because again, like it says in Romans 9:13, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. And the Most High God could not stand these people. We're going to get into that, why the class is titled, He Kept His Word. And this him keeping his word is the reason why the Most High God hates him. And as you as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, you claim you love God. You claim you love Christ. So why don't you do what he says? Love what he loves and hates what he hates. So we're going to keep reading. It's locked. We on verse 37 in the middle. And with corn and wine, I have sustained him. Sustained him. And what shall I do now, even unto thee, my son? Verse 38. And Esau said to his father, Hast thou not one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. You know what I'm saying? This is him. This is his demeanor of a pouty child. Even though he lied and gave up his birthright unto his brother, which was never meant for him, even though he lied and said, my brother tricked me and swindled me, again, which he said he despised his birthright, and he said it would not profit him to have all this. You understand? This is Esau. This is your forefather, Donald Trump. This is Bill Gates' forefather. This is Warren Buffett's forefather. This is George W. Bush's forefather. You understand? All those people in the land of Israel, this is his forefather too, because again, he's not the Jew. You know what I'm saying? The book of Revelation say, I know that trial and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing, that those who call themselves the Jews are not the Jews. Black, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we just learned that we are the chosen children of Israel since 1969. We have not been calling ourselves the Jews for more than 50 years plus. We just learned who we are through the grace of the Most High God by choosing Commander General Yohana to bring this knowledge back. You know what I'm saying? Letting us know that the Most High God is showing his face. The scriptures say that in the last days, my people will be calling my name. The Lord said that, and his name is Yahweh in the Hebrew. It's not Jehovah, which is a Latin word. You know what I'm saying? It's not Jehovah. It's not Yahweh. It's not God. The word God simply means power. Understand? So we as Black, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we have to get back into this Bible and learn our identity, who we are, who these oppressors, who these heathens are, especially the oppressor. You understand? The oppressor oppresses everybody. The European man oppresses everybody, including himself. You see what's going on in Ukraine. And like and like General Muhammad said, it's all going to end up with everyone fighting Germany. Because you know what? Everybody fights Germany. I don't know. The dramatic people, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's going to end up with there, but that's the point of who they are, their character. Understand their mannerism. These are people who, if you disagree with them, they're going to knock you over your head and kill you. If you don't believe them, they're going to kill you. If you tell the people to if you tell them to let my people go, they're going to kill you. You tell the truth about who God's chosen people are, they're gonna cancel you. They're gonna take your money, and then if you're too much of an influence, they're gonna kill you. You understand? This is who the oppressor is. This is him keeping his word, and we're gonna keep reading. Salakia. Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be with the fattening of the earth. Understand? That's his dwelling, the fattening of the earth. Whatever the earth has, he's going to take it. Understand? He's going to go to Iran. They got oil. They're going to take it. He want that oil. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go stay in the Middle East. So they got the poppy seed. Or he's going to take that and take the poppy seed to make opium or morphine. He's going to make the medicine or the painkiller. Still, he's going to take it. He's going to cut down the trees and the wood. He's going to pollute. You know what I'm saying? This is how he is. This is what he does. He's a parasite. You understand? He lives off of that. He's a cancer to the earth and to the chosen people of God. We can't be around this man. Understand? Let's keep reading. Salakia. And of the dew of the heaven from above. Verse 40. And by thy sword thou shalt live. You understand? The sword is an instrument of war. The sword is an instrument of war. This is how the European lives. You understand? There's no point in time where this man has been in peace. There's no point in time where this man has said, I'm good, I'm straight. He has always caused war. The Greeks, the Romans, the Byzantine, that's the Romans, you understand? The Turks, the French Revolution, the Russian, Revolution, the Revolutionary War. You know what I'm saying? The war in the Mediterranean Sea, you understand? The Civil War. You know what I'm saying? He's blessed with the sword. And the sword has changed from the actual sword to projectiles, bow and arrows, and launching catapults, all the way to the tomahawk missile, to the nuclear war, to the handgun. That's the sword. Any instrument that causes death is the sword. And this is what Esau's been blessed with. You understand? Yeah, we are Israelites. We can fight. We can fight. We're the best. But the Lord has to be on your side to win. I mean, he's the Lord. The Most High God is the Lord of hosts. I mean, all armies. And so he chooses which army to win. China invades Taiwan, he'll decide who's going to win that war. The only war that's been written for us is that Israel will win. And we know that, but we have to get back to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? We have to get back to the Most High God for Israel to win and take back this earth. Take back our inheritance, you understand? We have to understand who we are as a people, who they are. But again, Esau is blessed with the sword, and he doesn't know peace. Let's keep reading. And thy sword thou shalt live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And this is Esau. This is Isaac telling his son Esau, you're gonna serve your brother. You think this man Esau loved to hear that? Like, you gonna serve your brother? He lied to his father, saying, "Yo, this man tricked me," and it's a lie. It's a lie. Esau has no love for Jacob. We're gonna get to that soon in these scriptures. When I say Esau, that's his so-called oppressor, the European man, the white man does not love blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. If you turn on the news or just turn on the news, you see it. Open the newspaper. A young man got shot 90 times, 60 bullets landed in him. You understand? But when that coward shoots up a grocery store with elderly black and Hispanic men and women, the police knew protocol then. They knew to apprehend him, to take him in unharmed. But when it comes to us, it's duck season, rabbit season, duck season. It's open game. You know what I'm saying? I fear for my life because I see a big black prince of power. You understand? They slam our elderly on the streets. These people have no regards for black Hispanics and Native American Indians. And the Most High God is trying to tell us that through these scriptures. We ask the Most High God to talk to us. He's talking to us right now. He's talking to us right now. And as a black and Hispanic Native American Indian man, you have to come back to your culture. You have to take your identity back. You have to live this Bible. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say it's good talking about it, but do you actually live it? I'm paraphrasing. You understand? Do you actually celebrate these holy holidays? Do you not celebrate the pagan holidays? You understand? Do you take care of your wife, your multiple wives, whatever? Are you raising up the child as they should be? You understand? Are you celebrating are you celebrating Passover? Are you being brotherly to your brother? Are you forgiving your brother 7 times 70, which means forever? Are you long suffering? This is our culture, how our customs, this is our constitution. You understand? And us getting to this is a guaranteed way how we do not act like our oppressor. And it's sad to see our people conforming to the ways of these Edomites. It's sad. You understand? Shaving off their beard, talking like them. You understand? Getting a conversation with them. They say the exact same thing. They say, oh, black people and Hispanic people want a handout. No, these people had a 400-year head start. And every time we try to rise, they interfere us. They won't leave us alone. It's disgusting. You hate us, you want to be us, and you can't let us rise. They have a sick hate. Scriptures say they have a perpetual hatred. You understand? And for those brothers and sisters who sell out, you're lost. You're a traitor. You don't know who you are. You believe in America. You believe in Babylon. You believe in Egypt. You believe in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's all what America is wrapped up in one spiritually. It's disgusting. As a black and Hispanic Native American man, get back into your culture, get back to the Word of God, get back into something He's given unto you, and no other nation knows the laws, statutes, commandments, and His ways. But we're going to keep reading. Salakia. Salakia. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke of iron, so his yoke from off thy neck. And He was supposed to free us. During all this time, He was supposed to let us go, but He hasn't. He has not. Esau has not let us go. He has kept us enslaved since the day we came off the ships. He has kept us enslaved since the day he came with Hispaniola. He has kept us enslaved since the day our Gadite and Reubenite brothers went to those shores and showed nothing but love to Esau, to those what do you call the settlers. The settlers. The settlers were people who came from Europe who didn't want to follow the laws over there. So you know what I'm saying? But we didn't know that. Us being a loving, caring people, us Israelites being a loving, caring people, we show love to them. Our Gadite and Reubenite brothers show love to these people who came off the boat spanking, who didn't know nothing. What they do in return? They slaughter our Gadite and Reubenite brothers, and they have a holiday about it. And every time I hear about Thanksgiving come around, I don't be around nobody, none of my family, none of my, Slock, let me take that back. I don't be around none of my so-called family in the world. The family I do need to be around, and I will be around, I ain't going to be around it. Is brothers and sisters I ISUPK. That's my true family. You understand? The scriptures demand you. The scriptures say, paraphrasing, those who follow Christ is your family. And brothers and sisters of the ISUPK, that is my true family. That's my father, my mother, my brother, my sister, my cousin, my son, my daughter, my niece, my nephew. You understand? So we have to come back to this culture, come back to this truth, you understand? And we have to realize who we are as a people and who Esau is and how he kept his word. Let's keep reading. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessings there were with his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the day of mourning of my father are at hand. At this time, the mourning of his father at hand, so Isaac passed. Understand? And that's how sick he is. Understand? That's how sick he is. I'm going to wait for my father to kill, for my father to die, to put hands on you. I'm done mourning him. He died. I'm going to find you. I'm going to kill you. Let's keep reading. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. Again, this is the promise. We're going to read that again so we can grasp it. And Esau hated Jacob. European people, they hate blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Even so-called European Americans, they hate so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and it's shown in their actions. We have a bunch of Asherite brothers that came from Venezuela because of a natural disaster, traveled up Central America into Mexico into Texas. You think Texas took care of them? You think Texas would provide any shelter, any food? No. They shipped them all the way up here to New York. They shipped those brothers and sisters all the way up here to New York, and the social service is doing everything they can, but we know the story. We know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. And Lord willing, us headquarters or Jersey, whatever, we're going to do what it has to do to take care of our brothers and sisters like we did over there in Texas with our Levite brothers. You understand? At the border of Mexico. We're going to take care of those people when the time comes and when it is going to happen. You understand? The so-called oppressor white man, Edomites do not care about the sons and daughters of Jacob. They hate us. And it's shown in their actions. And it's time for blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians to wake up. Come out of this world together. Come out of Christianity. Because Christianity have you thinking like that. I thinking that we're all together. It's all good. We're in it to win it. No, we're not in it to win it. Because you know why? May be it that you are Christian with around these heathens, you understand? But you're the best Christian. You're gonna raise all the money, you're gonna do all the fundraisers, and you're gonna represent Christianity. Because of who you are as a person, having that zeal, even though that zeal is going to the incorrect thing, all your hard earnings are being exploited by this damn oppressor. You understand? And you don't get nothing but being called a nigger, a spick, a savage. You get told to tighten up to pull up your bootstrap. You understand? You get told you want a handout. And here's the thing, I've repeated this before. It's a crazy thing. You get told that you're overly qualified. If that's not white supremacy, I don't know. We're going to get into that. Understand? It's disgusting how these people are, how they treat us. You understand? They tell us it's all equal and equality. But blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians have been hitting the head with that lie. This is a deceiver who does not have no love or no compassion for blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. You seen that picture when they had Iscarite brothers or Hispanic speaking brothers in the cage. You seen that picture of a brother face down in the water with his child. You understand? You know he was gunned down by the Edomite. You know he was gunned down. When our Levite brothers were over there at the border, they were on horses whipping them. These people cannot wait. These people cannot wait to have old America when they're on their horses. You know what I'm saying? They can't wait for the gym. They can't wait for what it was back in the early America where we had to laugh in a laughing box. You understand? We had to laugh in a laughing box. When you see that MAGA hat, that's what that means. When you see that MAGA hat, that's what that means to put us back in those times. And I'm here to tell you, as long as ISUPK is here, it's not going to happen. The Most High God is with us. And every Saturday that we out there doing the words of the Lord's work, we're going to let all our brothers and sisters know who we are. That we are the chosen children of Israel, that we have enemies. And the fact that we are the Prince of Power, the Princess of Power, the Princesses of Power, and that these enemies, these people, these Edomites, hate us. They hate us for that very fact. You understand? Look at all the sports entertainers, all the NFL, NBA, the MLB, whatever, boxing, it would be nothing without a black and Hispanic, Native American, Indian participating in these sports. They say the 3-point line was made for Esau because we were doing our thing on the court. You understand? The Simeonite brothers, they run baseball. They run it. That's theirs now. Boxing, forget about it. If you're not an Israelite, you don't belong in there. You understand? If you know what I mean? Ryan Garcia, you see Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying? This is a plethora of us. A plethora of blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians being great. and not just on the physical, on the intellectual side, on the intellectuals, on the smart side. Slovakia. You understand? We are intelligent people. You understand? We are very intelligent people. We invented the spark plug, the spatula, the fork, the traffic light, the radiator. All comes from blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians who were enslaved by the oppressor. We are special people. It's time for blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, all people in the world who do not know who we are, for us to get this all back, to understand, to go back. This is our history book. You understand? They're already tampering the history books in America, talking about they're going to remove slavery because they feel guilt, because they don't want it. They don't want that truth being out. But here, right here, the Bible tells you why we were enslaved. This history right here, you know what I'm saying, will let you know who we are as a people. Will let you know the atrocities these people have done to us. But with that saying, we're going to keep reading. It's a lot here. Verse 41, and Esau have I hated, it's like it, and Esau hated Jacob, because the blessings were with his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, which means in his heart. Like when you see the scriptures and you read heart, it's not the muscle pumping the blood with the left ventricle and the right ventricle pumping blood in and out. When it says heart, it's talking about your mind. Let's say put your heart into it, put your mind into it, focus. In his mind, he focused on hating his brother. He focused on hating blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. So in his mind, he said, Slovakia. With his heart, Slovakia. And Esau said in his heart, meaning in his mind, he made up his decision. There's no going back. I've decided to do this. This is my word. I've decided to do this, and I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to teach my son to do this. His son's going to teach his son to do this. I'm going to teach a whole nation of people to do this. Understand? This is his word. Slovakia. Bear with me. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning my father are at hand, which means he's done. Father's dead. Mourning is over. Time to get to business. It's time to do what I'm set forth to do. It's gonna be like this for a long time, forever. You understand? I am your enemy forever. It's on sight when I see you up. You know what I'm saying? I hate you. This is what Esau says to his brother. I'm gonna keep reading. Then I will slay my brother Jacob, and that's his word. Again, you just turn on the news. Any year, from 2022 to 1975, you're gonna see police brutality. You're gonna see some white man killing a brother, or Israelite sister or brother, a child. You understand? He's kept his word. He hates us and he will slay us. You know what I'm saying? If you turn on the news, an OnlyFans woman killed her boyfriend. She was an Edomite woman, and she killed her boyfriend, who was a brother. Stabbed him. And as he was dying, she was on the phone, and he's screaming, "I'm dying." You can look it up. Bear with me. I don't know the name. I forget the name. I just seen it not too long ago before I started this class. You know what I'm saying? And on the phone, he's saying, "I'm dying." Well, she said, "I'm sorry, baby." She had no compassion, because if you did, you would never stab that man in the first place in his chest multiple times. Because Esau wants to slay Jacob. This is why the scriptures say, "Don't marry unto these people." You see, Tiger Woods golf swing ain't been right yet. You shouldn't marry onto a dog. You know what I'm saying? White women are dogs. Disgusting. Or a German Shepherd, Lassie. No. But listen, the so-called black and Hispanic and Native American women are the most beautiful women on the earth. You understand? They are women. True women. That's the only women. Every other woman is just, they gotta try. That's they wrote what to be a woman. What to be. You understand? And you get that by learning who we are as a people. Because this book has every answer for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Every answer. We gotta get back into that. But we're gonna go into Salakia. We're gonna go into the book of Numbers and realize how the hatred for How the hatred Esau had for us. I mean, it ran deep down the generations because this is the book of Genesis, how it all started. I mean, the genealogy, the beginning, Genesis. Esau and Jacob, and how Jacob kept his word, how his hatred is perpetual, how his hatred kept running, how his hatred is still today. Don't be fooled by these people. Don't be fooled by Esau today. You know what I'm saying? He's at ease because he feels like that we don't know who we are because we've been weakened. We've been docile by Christian church, by the Christian church, by all these other religions, by homosexuality, by drugs, by wanting to come to conform in this country in Babylon, because he knows that as a whole, we don't know who we are. We don't know that there's a God in heaven that only likes the undesirable people in this world. And the undesirable people are the people who are so-called black, who are called niggas. The undesirable people are the so-called Hispanics, who've been called spicks and wetbacks, greaseballs. The so-called undesirable are the people who you call savages, redskins, powwow, whatever derogatory term or byword, which the scriptures say, my people will be called bywords. You understand? Another indicator of who the chosen people of Israel are, and that is so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. And because of that, our oppressor hates us. And like I was saying, don't be fooled by these people because we don't know who because they know we don't know who we are because we're so docile. If a lot of us came rocking this shield right here and being strong and being on your square and living how our customs, then they might be a little worried. You understand? Because they think that we're stupid. They think we ain't nothing but basketball players, rappers, world star, women who like to twerk, drug addicts. You understand? But we're more than that. We are great, and they know that. I believe that. What's his name? That homosexual FBI director, Hoover. He once said the greatest threat to America is Negro unity. And I use Negro as a blanket term for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians for Israel. And he's right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians come together under one credence, under one thing to realize that we are the chosen people of God. Everything they fear will come to fruition. It's not like we'll take up arms and destroy them. It's just that you can't have two powers on the same platform. You understand? They will die out they'll just die out. You know what I'm saying? Look at Black Wall Street. You had Israelites coming together, building on their own self, by having that black dollar circulate within their own communities. And this was during the time of the oppression. During the time of the oppression, where white people were losing money, jumping out of the buildings, the stock market had crashed. They was in line for suit, and guess what? We were flourishing. They looked over there. And they seen us, and the spirit of their forefather came about. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That hatred came about. And they said, yo, if I can't have it, why do you have it? You understand? They dropped bombs on Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Slovakia. They destroyed Wall Street, Black Wall Street, because we had our own buses, our own restaurants, our own banks, our own stock market. We had our own. And Hoover was right. He knows. He probably guaranteed scriptures. But the word said that they're all going to lose. The Most High God hates Esau. Romans chapter 9, verse 13. And as a black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, you have to come back to that. Like, I don't want to go on. I want to get the scriptures. You understand? So we're going to get to the book of Numbers, chapter 20. Chapter 20, verse 14. And this is a clear indication of how much of why you shouldn't go to the European man, the oppressor, the American. You shouldn't go to Esau. You shouldn't go to these Edomites for nothing. Nothing at all. Understand? Because either they're gonna trick you, or they're just gonna let you know I don't bang with you. I don't like you. You understand? But let's get to this. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 20, verse 14. And Moses sent a messenger from Kadesh unto the king of Edom And this is exactly when the children of Israel, we just left Egypt. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God showed His glory unto them Hamites and showed His glory unto us, the children of Israel, a stiff-necked, hard-headed people, which He loves so much. The only people He loved. He showed His might, His glory, and His power unto Egypt, onto Egypt and us, and He freed us. So we're wandering at this time. We're wandering at this time. You know what I'm saying? We're in the wilderness. And at this time, Moses, he sent a message to the king of Edom. Let's read. Salakia. Thus say thy brother Israel. So Moses he knows his history. He knows. He knows that, yo, we're brothers. You know what I'm saying? Our forefather Jacob is a brother of Esau. We come from Rebekah. You know what I'm saying? Our father's father is Isaac. Our father's father is Abraham. We are brothers. But let's see how Esau takes that. Let's see how Esau replies to that. Because again, this is us in need. Because he's sending a message to the king of Edom, like, yo, I'm asking a favor of you. And let's see how Esau, the oppressor, the European man, the white man, responds to that. Thus knowing all the travels that have befallen us. Verse 15. How our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelled in Egypt for a long time. And the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. You understand? So he's just giving, Moses is giving the king of Edom, this oppressor, Donald Trump or Bill Clinton, Jeff Bezos, because this is who he is. You look at any one of them, this is Esau, a red man who's all hairy, who likes to eat raw food, and a homosexual and a pedophile. This is his nature. So he's giving them the runaround, let you know, yo, man, we went through this, we've been through this, we've been in the land, you know what I mean, enslaved by these Africans who hate us, they vex us because we're so great. You understand? So he's giving them the runaround, what we've been through. Let's see if the man who you know is your brother cares. If he gives a damn what you've been through. Verse 16. And when we cried unto the Lord, Salakia, he heard our voice and sent angel, and have brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Verse 17, well, Salakia. So he's letting know where we at, man. This is where we at. I want to talk to you. I ask a favor of you. Verse 17. Let us pass, I pray thee. Though my country, Salakia, though my country we will not pass through the fields or thy vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the well. We will go, Salakia, we will go by the king's highway, and we will not turn into the right hand nor the left hand until we have passed through that border. So this is Moses being humble. This is Moses saying, yo, we just want to go past. We just want to go past. We're starving, we're hungry. We left Egypt. We just want to go to the land which was promised to our father, to our forefathers, you understand? We won't go left. We won't go right. We won't buy nothing. We won't touch your water. We just want passage so we can just get through the fast way instead of going the long way. This is Moses is talking to the king of Edom, an oppressor, a white man, a European man, Jeff Bezos, what's that? Warren Buffett. You understand? Whatever European man you see on TV, you see on the political TV stations, you see in Hollywood, you see by going to the goddamn Walmart, whatever. This is Esau. You understand? This is who he is. This is us. Our forefather Jacob, a Levite, how Haitian he would be today, talking to his brother, to someone who we call his brother, just to let him know, yo, we come from the same people. We're brothers. You understand? Help us out. I don't want nothing from you. I just want clear passage. With your permission, he's humbling himself onto this beast. And so this is what Moses is humbling himself. So let's keep reading. Where we at? Salakia. Bear with me, Israel. Okay. Verse 18. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass by me. Lest I come out against thee with a sword. This is the perpetual hatred Esau, Edomites have. No matter what state, even today, a poor black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, having nothing, having less than a pot to piss in, living check to feed his family, is still the most dangerous man to his eyes. You understand? Is hated on, preyed upon by these wicked ass beasts who the oppressor who we call. You know what I'm saying? The poorest of blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians being preyed upon. 2022 still being disrespected, knee on our neck, refuse to get hired at a job even though you're qualified or you're overqualified. You understand? This to me, from what I'm reading, sounds like white supremacy. White supremacy in the early beginnings. You understand? Not letting you in, not letting you go by. You can't get in there. You understand? Your golf clubs, your yacht clubs. You understand? This is for us and not you. You can't come through these grounds. And this is the spirit of the white man, the spirit of the oppressor. This is Esau. And the same spirit every European has, no matter what. No matter how they smile and say, hiya. They smile at you. This is their spirit. And so you can be around a goddamn person. Not me, not Irish people. I don't have white acquaintances, white friends. I want cordial, respectful, talk to you, see you as some type of human, as you're an Edomite, but I'm not gonna call you friend. You can have with you in the world. You can have an Edomite friend for years. You know what I'm saying? Deep down inside, not even deep down inside, just inside him, he knows that you're nothing to him. You're inferior to him. You think it's all equal ground. No, you are nothing to this man, the beast. You know what I'm saying? Let the let the word get out. It's on. A race war goes on. Your white friends gonna have your gun pointing at you. You stand with us, or you gonna take this bullet. And you being a brother in the world, a sister in the world, you're gonna fold. You're not taking that bullet. You don't have the loyalty or the love for your people because you're around him. You know what I'm saying? You're acting like he acts. You're drinking his Bud Light, his Coors Light. You understand? You don't know your people. You don't know how much the hatred he has because you're a Christian. You're in the Christian church. You're in the Christian church, telling you that everyone's equal, that you to be docile, to continue to be a slave unto these people, mentally and spiritually. You understand? But thank God, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, for Commander General Yohana, for the ISUPK to let blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians know who we are as a people, giving us our identity back, and we should stay away from these people. Come back into our culture. You understand? Let's continue reading. Salakia. Verse 18. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass, lest I come out against thee with thy sword, with the sword. Verse 19. And the children of Israel said unto him, We will go by the highways, and if any cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for thee. I will only without doing anything else and go through on my feet. So he's pleaded with him. He's pleaded with him because at the time Israel, we in the wilderness. We're tired. You understand? We getting our manna from the Most High God's feeding us, but we're tired. So we Moses, the children of Israel, we're saying, yo, we're just gonna stick by the byways. You won't even see us. You understand? At this point, Israel would be in desperate just to walk past the kingdom of Edom at the time. Just to walk past. Just to walk past, not go around no mountains. Just to walk past and make it easier. To make the travel easier for where we have to go for our destination. You understand? So again, we're pleading with this beast. We're trying to bargain with this beast. You understand? We're trying to make a deal with this beast. And the scriptures clearly say don't make no deal with this monster. Don't make no deal, no plea with him, because he does not give a damn. He has no compassion for us. This is the same man who used to use our children for alligator bait. And the pictures are there, man. The pictures are there when a child's holding on to a stick getting swallowed by an alligator, man. These are the same people who will do it today. They don't care for us. Understand? But let's keep reading. Verse 20. And he said, Thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand. Understand? So at this time, he's like, yo, I just told y'all. He got up out of his chair and he brought some of his nasty, disgusting dogs, his soldiers with him, came to him like, yo, I said no. I don't want you around. I don't like your kind, boy. This is exactly what he said. And you've heard this before. If you're a black, Hispanic man, Native American man in North America, you've heard this before. This is basically what he said. I don't like you. You're not coming through here. I do not like you. I don't mess with you. I don't bang with you. That's what we say. Understand? And he came out with his lackeys, with his disgusting flunkies, whatever. They all probably stink. Probably just got done having homosexual sexes. That's what they do. Understand? Well, let's keep reading. Verse 21. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his borders. Therefore Israel turned away from him. Salakia. Come on. And this is the hatred. You know what I mean? This is the hatred he has for us, that in our time of need, in our time of being low, you know what I'm saying? That these people will not help us, because that king of Edom, he remembers the promise of his forefather Esau. He remembers the promise of his forefather saying, I will slay my brother Jacob. And that right there, he was just waiting for a reason. You come in here, I'm going to kill you. You know what I mean? Knowing that his people were desperate, knowing that his people they needed, they were tired, hungry, they were tired of traveling. You understand? Knowing these people, black, Spanish, Native American Indians, were tired of traveling and they wanted to go to the easy path, he said no. And then when he heard a second request, these nasty, disgusting people who have no compassion for us, he came out with a strong hold with his lackeys, with his soldiers, with swords in their hands, saying, I told you no, don't come through here. You're not allowed. He wanted a reason to kill, you understand? He wanted to say, yo, I feared for my life. At that time, he wanted to say, yo, they were going to invade us. He wanted that so he could slay his brother Jacob. You understand? And we're going to stop right there. We're going to continue this. We're going to continue this next time, how Esau kept his word. And we know what that means now. Keeping his word that he will kill Israelites. He's been doing it then, he's doing it now. And the only way for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to be safe is to get back to the Most High God. And to get back to the Most High God is coming back to his ways, his laws, his statutes, commandments. That is the King James Version Bible. The Apocrypha was with the Bible. 1611 was in the Bible. But those goddamn Edomites who have a stronghold on Christianity, and side note, Christianity does not represent the Bible. They don't do the things the Bible tell you to do. So I don't know what else to tell you. You understand? But to get back to the Most High God is getting back to His Word, and His Word is the King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha. If you want Esau to stop oppressing us, if you want Esau to stop killing us, we have to go back to being a righteous people. Understand? We have to get back to these laws, these statutes, commandments, and knowing the Most High God's judgments. What will happen if we do break this law? What will happen when we are homosexual? If we all practice homosexuality? You see the monkeypox. You understand? Judgment right there, and it's righteous. You understand? What is judgment? What is judgments all of eating crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster? Cancer runs rapidly through the black, Hispanics, Native American Indians because we can't stop letting go of that pork, those crabs, that catfish. You know what I'm saying? All type of abominable foods we shouldn't be eating. But we're going to continue the series next time. I'm Priest and Officer of 50 Yahshua Miala. This is the ISUPK coming out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've let the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians know who they are, giving them back their true identity, that we are the chosen children of God, the lost 12 tribes of Israel. We are the Jews, you understand? And that we must come back to Him and realize who we are as lost 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom, Israel. That's my time.